They all said practice makes perfect, but that is actually not true, because practice doesn't make you perfect. Practice makes you permanent. But the problem with most people out there is that they are not willing to put in the work and they expect themselves to get great results. Hey, this is Shu Yi here, and I run my own training program called the Influence Breakthrough Masterclass, where we help leaders to become influential inside out and to be fearless in their communication as well. And for the past 5 years, I've been invited to speak on different stages, and my biggest crowd was about 5,000 people in the hall, where we talk about influence, we talk about confidence, and we talk about communication as well. Now, the reason why I'm shooting this video is because I want you to know that back then, I am not able to present a single word of English. I was bad at public speaking, and every time I stand on stage, I had this fear inside me and my mind just went blank. So inside this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 daily public speaking exercises that I personally practice on myself that allow me to be fearless on stage and to present to thousands of people up to this point. So daily practice number 1 is the impromptu speaking exercise. Now, most people, when we are asked to present a certain topic, we get blank. We don't know what to say. So you got to understand that our speaking skill is actually a trained muscle. And you got to train it consciously every single time for this muscle to get strong. So what I would do in the impromptu speaking exercise is that I will make a list of 100 topics. And these topics could be random topics. Topics like, what is something that I am grateful for? What is my strength? What are my weaknesses? What is something that I want to achieve in my life? So these are random topics that you could either think about it yourself or you could actually generate it online. So once you make a list of 100 topics, every day I will actually choose 5 to 10 topics to present. And how I would present it is that I will set a camera in front of me, record myself to actually say about those topics for about 2 minutes. And once the timer is up, I move on to the next topic, then to the next topic. So every day, I will actually prepare and to present for about 2 minutes for each topic, and I will do for about 5 to 10 topics depending on my time as well. So by training this muscle to be able to think on the spot, and even if you don't know what to say, you just look into the camera and to say everything that comes up in your mind. So this itself will help you to train your muscle memory so that you will be able to actually speak better in the future. And make sure that every time after you present, you review it, you watch back your video and to see what are some of the areas that you could further improve on, and you just keep on doing it. So remember this, input over output. Because if you are able to hit 100 speeches, right, within a few months' time, I can guarantee you that this muscle will be so strong to a point where every time people give you a topic, you will be able to speak spontaneously. So remember this, speaking spontaneously is not just for extrovert. You are able to do it if you can actually train up this muscle. So that's the first point. And the second practice that I always do is what I call script reading and shadowing. So what I would do is I would actually take out a random book, right? And in this case, it's actually my book called When Success Meets Happiness, right? So what I would do is that I would actually turn to any pages and to start reading. So when I read it out loud with emotion. And what I would do is that I would keep on reading it, and also I would read it as I am presenting it with emotion. And as you do this enough time, you could also get to the more advanced level where you want to pay attention to the pace that you are reading it. You want to pay attention to the pauses as well, right? So for example, okay, as I read it, our mind's first reaction is to decide what to focus on. This directly influences our emotions and the action that we take. And some of us choose to focus on the problem, while some of us focus on the opportunity. So you see, as I read it, I am improving on my pronunciation. I am also pacing myself. Sometimes I go fast, sometimes I go slow. Sometimes I pause in the middle. So try that out, explore your voice. And when you do it enough time, right, you will realize that you become natural at speaking. Because many of us, we think that our English is not good, and that's why we are afraid to speak. But you got to understand that for you to actually become better in English, it's about reading, not just reading internally, but it's also reading externally out loud as well, so that you can practice your pronunciation, practice your pace, and also practice your pauses. So these are a few things that will make a huge difference in your public speaking journey. And last but not least, this is something that is unconventional, but it's something that I also do, which helps me to see tremendous growth in my public speaking skill. And that is to present with distraction. Now, what do I mean by that? So you see, most of the time, we are presenting in a way where it's quiet, we can totally focus, and that's how we present. But the problem with this is that when you present in situations like that, where you get comfortable, the moment you stand up on stage, where there are hundreds of eyes looking at you, chances are you are going to forget every single thing that you say. So that's why I believe that for you to learn about public speaking, it's about putting you in the worst environment for you to actually practice your speech. And if you are able to deliver your speech during your worst time, you could actually deliver your speech in any situation. So I love to train my mind doing that. So what I would do is that I would go to a noisy environment and I would just practice my speech there, right? So that is exactly what I'm going to do. On top of that, let's just say if I'm in a position where I'm really tired and I'm exhausted, what I will also do is that I will also present my speech. So I believe in one thing. If I am able to present my speech at a most exhausted state of mind, I am able to present anything when I am sharp, when I am fresh. So that is one of the techniques that I've always used on myself as well, where I would just bring myself to a place where it's noisy and then I would just practice my speech there. Or I would even cause distractions for myself as well. Maybe you put on an earphone and that's where you listen to music as you present. So the key here is not to get distracted by the environment and you're still able to deliver your speech smoothly. But of course, you got to understand that that comes with practice. Right, so these are the 3 things that helped me a lot in my own presentation, and I hope that you'll be able to apply some of them as well. So for those of you who are just starting out, try off with the impromptu speaking exercise first, then with the script reading and shadowing before going into the advanced level, which is basically to speak with distraction. And by the way, if you want to learn more about public speaking, or if you want to learn more about how to present in a way where people see you as a leader and you get others to say yes to you more often, I'll be having a 2-hour class coming up. It's called the Speak to Influence class, where you will learn exactly the skill on how to speak like a leader. So if you guys are interested, I'll just drop the link somewhere below. Just click on the link to register yourself there, and I look forward to see you in class. So with that being said, thank you so much for this video. I'll see you in the next video.